everybody, what is up? It is your boy once more, the unkillable Pixar expert, back once again with another video. I know it took me a little bit longer to make this video because in the past 4 weeks we've had 4 different teasers for Avengers Doomsday. The first one, the one I saw during Avatar Fire and Ash, which I will finally do a movie review on soon after this video. Not tonight, obviously, but the first one showcased Steve Rogers. The second one showcased Thor.
So that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy.
The third one showcased the X-Men, Professor X, Magneto, and Cyclops. And finally, the one we got today, the fourth teaser, showcased the Wakandans, Shuri, meeting up with the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm, the Thing.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Ben, Yancey Street, between Broome and Grand.
That is why I've decided to do a complete breakdown of all 4 of those teasers into one video. That's why it took me so long to make this, because as you know, the countdown has started to Doomsday, because Doomsday is coming. And that's another thing we're going to talk about. With these teasers for Avengers Doomsday, they're not just teasers and they're not just, scenes, These are clues. And the Russo brothers have told us to pay attention, because these are not just teasers, they're clues, And they're not just teasers for the film. We don't know if they're footage from the film. They could be prologues, They may not be scenes from the movie. These could be clues to Avengers Doomsday, Clues to the plot points, Because as you understand, from what you guys know, Avengers Doomsday will involve incursions, And with the countdown right here behind me, there is a meaning behind the countdown to this. This is not just a countdown to the film. No, there is meaning to this. All right? So, apparently, from what I've been hearing, there have been multiple theories surrounding what the plot point could be for Avengers Doomsday. All right? Judging from the teasers we saw. One of the theories suggests that one of the theories here, so if you guys are paying attention, so from the first 2 teasers, from Captain America's teaser, from Thor's teaser, from Steve Rogers and Thor, it showcased their children, It showcased Captain America with his newborn son. It showcased Steve Rogers with his newborn son, his infant son, him looking at him, smiling at him. And the second teaser showcased Thor with his adopted daughter, Love, from Thor, Love and Thunder. The child he adopted at the end of the film after Gore's death, and Jane's death for that matter. And one theory suggests that Dr. Doom, who will be the big bad of this film, Dr. Victor Von Doom, as you guys know, from what I'm seeing, from what one of the theories suggests, is that Dr. Doom could be coming to capture superpowered children, because as you understand, and from the fourth teaser, from the fourth teaser, we've seen Shuri, we've seen M'Baku. Well, they're not children. But one theory suggests is that Dr. Doom could be targeting and capturing superpowered children. That's what one of the theories suggests. They could be coming for their children. Now, that's just one of the theories, all right? That's just a theory, and I don't know if that would make sense very much. But part of it does make sense, because at the end of Fantastic Four First Steps, I don't know if you guys have seen Fantastic Four First Steps or not, but at the end of First Steps, the post-credit scene showcased Dr. Doom with Franklin Richards, Reed Richards and Sue Storm's son. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman's child, Franklin Richards. It showcases Dr. Doom, conversing with Reed Richards' son, who's got healing abilities. Because as you guys understand, Dr. Doom needs the armor to survive. And it showcased Franklin Richards healing Dr. Doom's face, from what you guys have seen. That's one of the theories. I mean, from what I understand, from what Dr. Doom is seeing, and it's probably giving off Vecna vibes, is that Dr. Doom could be going after the children of these superheroes, given the fact that even at their youngest, they're still very powerful. Because they're more powerful when their powers aren't fully developed yet. You know, because Franklin Richards, he's only a toddler. His powers are not fully developed. That's why Dr. Doom is given the race to believe that Franklin Richards' powers are at their most powerful and most uncontrollable when he's at a young age. Even as a baby, you know, we saw the extent of his powers, and that's what meant something. But that's just one of the theories. Here's another theory here. You know, this is another theory that I feel makes a lot more sense. And I feel like, and this connects to the countdown right here that is behind me, that's counting down to Doomsday, all right? Because as you understand, Avengers Doomsday will involve incursions. That's right, incursions. Multiversal incursions. Because, you know, with the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four's universe, incursions are coming. And incursions mean the end of their universe, you know, the end of life as we know it sometimes. Which gives me reason to believe that Avengers Doomsday could be adapting the Time Runs Out storyline. Partially adapting the Time Runs Out storyline. And that's why I believe, because as you understand, the second two teasers, now this theory does suggest the second two teasers. Because in the X-Men teaser, we hear Magneto say, "Death comes for us all." But the question is not whether we're ready to die. It's who will we be when we close our eyes? Now, hearing that gives me goosebumps, and it's giving me race to believe that their universe could be coming to an end. That Doomsday could be approaching their universe. Not just Doctor Doom, not just the film itself, Doomsday. Doomsday is another word for the end of the world. The end of the universe. That's what Doomsday is. Armageddon, you know, call it whatever you want, the apocalypse. Doomsday is the key word for this film. Key word for this plot point is Doomsday. Because Doctor Doom, he is a threat. His main goal is world domination and or world destruction. You know, multiversal takeover is what he's aiming for. And with Doctor Doom being the main villain and with this being Doom's movie, it's not just titled Doomsday just because it's Doom's movie. It's Doomsday because the end is coming. Not just for the X-Men universe, not just for the Fantastic Four, but Earth 616 itself. Or, you know, or Earth 1999 as you guys probably want to call it. But Doomsday comes for us all. Like, death comes for us all. And in the fourth teaser, the one we saw today with Shuri, the Wakandans, and the Fantastic Four, we hear Shuri saying, like, as a king, you know, a king prepares its people for one thing. Prepares them for the afterlife. We hear Shuri talking about preparing her people for the afterlife. You know, which giving race to believe that all four of these teasers, you know, the Steve Rogers teaser, the Thor teaser, the X-Men teaser, and the Wakandans and Fantastic Four teaser, suggests that the end is coming for their universes. And not only the end of their universes, but the end of the MCU could be coming. You know, because from what I hear, and something new could be coming for the MCU, which is what is going to set up Secret Wars. Because Doomsday is coming. In the MCU, Doomsday is coming. We see Steve Rogers looking at his son. It could be... Now, we don't know if he's proud to see his son or if he's taking a good long look at his son before his universe dies. Before he dies along with this universe. In Thor, you know... And Thor praying to Odin, you know, that he would return to his daughter safely. Because we saw the look in Thor's eyes. And from the looks of it, he was scared. Not just for him, but for partially for him, but also for his daughter as well, because he is not prepared to lose her, you know. And when you see, because you know Doctor Doom is a threat, when you see an actual god, Thor, the son of Odin, the god of thunder himself, you know, praying to the god Odin, you know, for protection, for warmth, that's telling you something, that the end is drawing near. Doomsday is drawing near for the MCU and for other universes as well, when incursions start, you know. And that's what I think this countdown right here is leading to for all 4 of these teasers, is that they are preparing for the ultimate incursion that could end the MCU as we know it. That could end their universes, all of their universes as we know it. All right? Which is why, like, all 4 of these universes need to come together to either save the universe or prepare for what's coming. You know? From the looks of it, it doesn't sound like they're preparing for war. It sounds like they're preparing to die. You know? All 4 of these teasers are probably showcasing that these heroes are probably preparing to die, which is a dark thought to be going towards, but that could be the case, because this is Doomsday we are talking about. Doctor Doom, he is the Darth Vader of the Marvel Universe. He is the ultimate threat. More dangerous than Thanos, because the difference is with Thanos, he just snapped his fingers and wiped with the Infinity Stones and wiped out half of existence. With Doctor Doom, he doesn't need an Infinity Gauntlet. He's that powerful altogether. And I say this because he's the Darth Vader of the Marvel Universe. He is the ultimate Marvel villain of the comics. All right? He is the Doctor Doom. This is the Doctor Doom we're dealing with in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. It is the Doctor Doom. You know, one of the most powerful villains in the Marvel comics. One of the most powerful and most important characters in the Marvel comics. All right? I mean, if he's a big enough of a threat for even Thor to be scared, for the X-Men to prepare for death, for Shuri to prepare for her people for the afterlife, that's saying something, and that is telling us that Doomsday is drawing near, that the end is near for the MCU. All right? And that I think is a theory that works perfectly, and that is my belief on what these teasers are setting up. All right? Because these universes, these characters need to come together. The Avengers, the new Avengers, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four need to come together and be ready to face off with Doctor Doom. Which I think, with Avengers Doomsday, I think it's going to end like on a huge tragic cliffhanger. Like, something's going to happen. Something bad is going to happen. And it's what's probably going to lead into the events of Avengers Secret Wars, which is in the following year. And yes, these are my thoughts. That is my reaction towards this theory. And personally, Avengers Doomsday is my most anticipated movie of the year. I am so pumped to see the ultimate Marvel villain of the Marvel comics and the Marvel Universe, Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom. Because Doomsday's approaching, and we all need to be ready. Only 11 more months, 4 days, 44 minutes, and 33 seconds. The clock is still going on. Marvel has it on their YouTube page until the movie officially comes out. And that's saying something, because this countdown, it's not just a countdown to the film. It's meaning something. And this has me excited. I can't wait. What are your thoughts on this countdown? What are your thoughts on on all 4 teasers for Avengers Doomsday? What are y'all's thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all, as always, in the next video. Thanks for watching. Doomsday is approaching, and all of us need to be ready to face off against the might of Doom. Yo, you like watching my videos and agree with what I'm talking about? Then you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications so you don't miss out on a brand new unkillable Pixar expert video, man. That's right. We are talking all things Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Lord of the Rings, Invincible, DC, all that, man. That's right. The Unkillable Pixar expert right here to infinity and beyond.